embarrassed. Right, I've got my diary here. I wrote my speech about 2 o'clock this morning, and then went and played golf with Steve and beat him. So still dreaming. Right, before I start, you think it's easy, me being here now, but I had to work in Steve's refugee camp for the Grey Nomads for about 7 years before I could date Lissy. It was hard work. Lucky Jen was married, I would have had to have her. It's in the Bible, how you had to work for 7 years to get a daughter. You are a chip off the old block. Okay, before I get ahead in the score, on behalf of my bride and I,
beautiful bride. It says beautiful.
I'm a bit nervous. On behalf of my beautiful bride and I. Got the Elvis leaking. I'd like to thank you all for coming and making Lissy and my day. Oh, I've lost my spot. A day to remember, and a day probably never to forget. Thanks, Dad. Thank you very much. I'd first like to thank Lissy for accepting to marry me for my money.
He's got more debt than me.
I actually had it for my ute because it's a Holden.
That's your problem right there.
It's like I'm marrying my best friend in the world, so thanks, Button. Steve and Jackie, what can I say? Thank you for bringing up such a beautiful, smart, outspoken young lady. Only joking, thank you for letting me marry her. I remember the day I asked Steve if I could marry him. Marry her. No, what a funny day it was. We were watching Billy Madison or something like that, Adam Sandler. Everything was going well, you know, everyone was having a good chuckle. I was there pacing up and down. I was like, yeah, this is it. Steve's having a good old day. He's laughing, you know. So that's right, I come up to him and I said, yeah, Steve, can I love your daughter? I want to marry her. I do love her, like that. And he's looked at me and he's like, no. So I went outside and had a vomit. I didn't know what to do. I was like, what? I thought we were having fun. We were having a laugh about the Adam Sandler, funny man, you know. But as it turned out, it was just fine. And thanks again, Steve, for that wonderful day. An extra thanks goes to Jackie, beautiful mother-in-law, for all the blood, sweat and tears gone into making the girls' dresses. They do look really, really nice. Mum and Dad, thanks for putting up with me for the last 25 years. You've been there with me through the good times, the bad times, and the vomiting times. But I have a story about Dad.
Have we all?
I can remember ringing Dad up and saying, Dad, guess what? I'm going to get married. And he was like, what? What do you want to do that for? And after getting off the phone with him about an hour later, I got a phone call from Mum. What have you been saying to your father? You've got his nerves up, he just booked into the hospital. He reckons that you're going to get married. Well, Mum and Dad, I have. And I thank you both for making it a special one. We love you both very much. Mum more. I'd like to thank the groomsmen. I thought I was going to faint today. Lizzie walked in, I just went, you gotta breathe, Josh. Because if I fall, they would have taken 5 of them to pick me up. We had a Spartan on the end. Yeah, we're here. Groomsmen. Without them, the photos wouldn't have looked any good. So, yeah, thank you boys. I appreciate everything you've done, all the hard work you've done to help me out to get here. Are you sure you want to get married? Is she the one for you? She's changed you. You're not fun anymore. But it's okay. I'm married now. I'd like to thank the bridesmaids. Thank you, girls. I'd like to thank Lissy for choosing them. You've done a great job of picking your friends. Oh, there was a joke about something about you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your friend's nose or something. I missed it. Alright. So yeah, I've lost my spot. Alright. I'd like to thank the cake lady for this beautiful cake. Mrs. Abraham, she's not here today with us. Murray Hunter, man of many jobs, pastor and the MC. So thank you, Murray. The ushers, BJ, Ben, you're not a girl, mate, and her. Coming. I'd like to thank the chefs at the back. It's a good job. I'd like to thank the staff of the Ox. Thank you. Everyone give them a round of applause. Thanks, Penny. Thank you, Penny. Yeah. And can we get some more after dinner mints over there? Thank you. Who else we got here? Anyone else I've missed? Family, friends, cousins, relatives. Thank you for making our day wonderful. Josh, you may kiss the bride again. Okay. And one more thing. Since this is a religious event and you've eaten the potluck, we'll now take up an offering. Only joking, but seriously, they haven't come around. Thank you guys, and thanks for making our day lovely. The bride.
On the spot a bit here, if I knew I was going to say something, I would have written it down. Just thanks everyone for coming out here, my girls from college. Yay! And you guys at table F. When we did it was AB, and you guys at table F, thanks for coming. And everyone else. And thanks to Mama Kay and Neil. Dad. Because I am the first daughter, I shock I'm being the best, so. And I'm always going to be the favourite daughter now. On that side. So, thanks guys, thanks Mum and Dad, thanks Mum for the dresses. We wouldn't have looked this good without you.